Hi, I'm Alyjah, and I have been nominated for National Poetry Month in April. Or I guess it's the same thing, right? But I've been nominated by Sarah, and I am just so very appreciative that I just took that opportunity right away. So I'm happy and excited to share with you guys a poem that I wrote called In Other Words. A little context about this piece is my ex wrote me a poem like a couple months after our breakup because he thought that I did some stuff. I ended up not doing that stuff, and he wrote me like an apology piece, but there's no apology in there. And it was just messy, and it was just like so not I don't want to say poetry's bad. Poetry is not bad. You can write however and whatever you want, and it will always express what you need it to express. But for him to give me that, it was just, let's just say, not appropriate. Not appropriate at all. So in my feelings and in my pettiness, I decided to write a response poem to it. And since this is the month of April, I thought it no better time of year than to show y'all some foolishness that I decided to write. So yeah, this is In Other Words. The world was at peace. I could hear my breath once more without having to worry about yours. But a cat's curiosity breaks mold. For better or for worse, world domination controls the soul. Filling cups with nothing but bitter spite, speaking in proposed conscientious. Lay me on that carpeted floor again, I'd hold your hand. Dim light bulbs hurt the heart, I held on till it burned. With roses and candy, sugar coats my mind. Sculpted from a runaway boulder, the hearth melts my caramel-coated brain. 30 years later, maybe I'll be ready for your grace. For now, it just blew up in everyone's face. It seems oh so fluorescent, truthfully, but trust a chickadee's call when it is told that he once wrote of a lover an endless passage, of her beauty, of his love towards her. Yet all I received was a recounted memory of how worthless I am to him. So, in poetic incisions, I return the pain. I incision my love upon him, waking minds to get precise answers, but he spoke in tongues of silence, one of detrimental familiarity. As though silence isn't pain's mistress, and I am not a masochist of vengeance, hurt by lies and driven by desires. Treat me as your garden of roses. Never water me, fearing you drown me in your falsities. Witness my wilting, as your honesty showed no sunbeams of truth. I yearn to speak with you of simplicities, but the static of the winds, or even the cries of the moon, are all that ever kept me company. You may come back in 30 years' time, but showers will have caused me to lose my bloom. So instead, just admit that my petals fell to a midnight tune. That all was a fantasy, and one-sided love fumed. And from that scent, I became intoxicated, far too soon. You see, just like you, I wrote this in a matter of minutes, sparing no feelings. Just like you, maybe I said so little in a purposeful short story, in a poetic heartbreak that falls on deaf ears and sorrowful eyes. And that was In Other Words. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully it wasn't too petty or brought up any trauma from anybody else. But yes, thank you so much for listening, you guys.